Well, I got to know her. There was a video that got seen more than 10 million times in different versions online. Got to be 3-4 years ago now. We can pull the date up in a moment. And then it aired on CNN, Fox, all over the world. Not even so much that people were making fun of her, in that she was an interesting, funny lady. And so I put out a bounty of thousands of dollars for whoever could find the identity of the Obama phone lady. And we'll play a clip of that, the full clip, here in just a few minutes. Michelle Dowery, the Obama phone lady, is back in studio with us because the Obama Deception 2 has turned out to be a film 5 years in the making. That's why I've never released it, because it just continues to tell the whole story, the whole saga. A story of collectivism, a story of betrayal. Bigger than Obama. It shows how the Republicans are working with them, how they're controlled by these corporate interests that are engaged in psychological warfare on basically a helpless population, because it's so sophisticated but also so simple at the same time. So Michelle is here with us today in studio from Cleveland, Ohio, to tape again for Obama Deception 2, where we can see her over the years as her views on Obama began to change. Because we talked to her, she was here a year ago now, almost a year ago, and we're going to see now how they've changed even more. And so she's here with us in studio, killing two birds with one stone, again here taping for Obama Deception 2, but also in studio with us. I hope you had a good trip here to Austin.
Yes, I did. It was very lovely and relaxing.
But it's roasting hot outside.
Yeah, compared to what we got in Cleveland, it's like 70, 60, 70 degrees there. Came here, it's like about 80 or 90, so it made me feel different. It made me want to go back and get in the water.
I hear you. I want to go get in the water.
Yeah.
And we should go to Barton Springs today.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It's 68 degrees, though.
I don't care. I can get
Spring fed. Okay, good, good.
I can swim like a fish.
Good. Maybe we should. That's it. We'll go. We'll take Obama phone lady. I wanted to take her somewhere. You got a swimsuit?
Yeah. I got a swim.
You brought one?
I brought one. I just wanted to get on the air and make me look pretty, and then I can go look real rough.
Okay, guys. Somebody needs... I had my backpack in my car, but I took it out. So it's at my house. It's sitting on the dining room table. Someone needs to go right now to my place, probably Buckley, and bring my my blue backpack. That's perfect for the new Obama film. We'll go to Barton Springs.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Oh, my gosh. It's going to be awesome. You ready to go swimming?
I'm ready to jump in the water.
Hey, what do you think if a 9-year-old kid goes to the public pool that has lifeguards and everything without their parents, the parents go to jail now?
I think that sucks. Because if I drop my kid off at the pool and lifeguards are there, you know.
That's a police state.
Yeah.
Well, what about if you live across from the park and you send your 7, 9, 10-year-old, 7-year-olds, parents have been arrested, 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds, and then they take their kids because their child plays across the street at the park?
I think that sucks.
Does that sound like land of the free, home of the brave?
Yeah.
Because that is directly a liberal nanny state movement to do that. It sounds like a big prison to me.
Yeah, that is. Because, you know, so in certain parts of America, you got different laws and rules.
But see, it's not a law. They just say, we have decided that endangered the child.
Oh, no.
It's a blank check.
Wow, that sucks.
You know, oh, your kid's 5 pounds overweight. We're going to take your kid from you. Now, they start with cases where the kid's 200 pounds overweight. But see, once the precedent's set, Obama phone lady, what happens?
Well, you know, now with this president stuff, it's a lot of junk going on.
People haven't seen the footage of you yet. Maybe we should take you shooting, actually. Would you rather go shooting or swimming at Barton Springs? I'd
rather go swimming. But I might shoot some stuff up now. If you let me just get it in. No.
Wait a minute. I just had an idea. I kept wondering what I wanted to do when you came to town. I got busy. Didn't think about it. You're flying out tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah.
How about I just give you a bigger stipend, and can you guys stay a couple more days? Maybe I'll take you shooting?
Yeah, that's what I love. I know I love that shooting. You know I do. And I'm going to be able to go in the room with the guns today.
You want to touch the 50 cals?
Oh, you already know I can, and I get to be able to shoot them. I'll stay a week. It's something that you never did.
Does Harvey want to?
You know Harvey does. Oh, look at me with that pistol. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, that sounds
like you're ready to Become a libertarian to me.
I am. I was wondering if you're going to ask me to live here and be on the radio station. Come on down to the Alex Jones Show.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know. We might have too much fun if you did that.
I want to get on that radio because I like to talk, you know? And I'm a good talker. I know how to translate and help out on some things. When I'm working, I can leave the cooking business away. Took me to the new heights in Texas, Austin, Texas, on the Alex Jones Show. Here I am.
Well, see, that's what it's all about, the American dream, and that's what government sells, that it will give you that dream. Are you aware of the fact that they're cutting off the health care to most of the troops, including Staff Sergeant Joe Biggs retires, been coughing up blood for a year. He can't get into the VA. They keep changing the appointment, but if you come in from Honduras, nothing against those people, but you get red carpet treatment. Why do you think that is, and what's your take on it?
I think that sucks, too, because this man didn't serve the country. That's the one you're talking about was spitting up the blood. Then serve the country, VA, or whatever.
How about you go shooting with him?
Ooh, me and him will make some rounds out, at least 48 before I leave. And I know he got a lot to push out, too, boy. Me and him will get it going on. Yeah. You know we need it. Where he at? Is he coming?
Tell me about the Obama phone.
Oh, man. I'm asking you now, can you help me with a phone? I'm tired of Obama pushing buttons. I want a real clock internet phone today.
So that, well, you know, they're actually giving iPhones to the illegals. You don't get one of those.
No, I don't get one of those. I work now.
Why do you think, let me ask you a question, why do you think they're getting preferential treatment?
Why do I think that? Because people ain't paying into it? Or people not voting for it? Is that why?
Well, you had said that you, I mean, give me your take on Obama. Do you feel betrayed by him?
Yes, I really do. I'm not going to lie. I really do, because it's like I'm sitting here with you, Alex Jones, and if you tell me something, you're a man, you got your business, you got this beautiful studio, why would you lead me wrong just to get you a TV show? No, it don't work like that. Here I am a year later, and I'm still waiting to get a check, a welfare check. Guess what? I went to the shelter since I left here because I didn't have nowhere to live. Me and my 2 kids. So I got a job, and I work now, $8.50 an hour, 15 to 20 hours a week. My check every week, $145. So I pay rent $250, light and gas on the budget. How was I going to make it? You know? And here it is. I wanted to email him. That's why I want to get a phone, because I'm going to email Obama myself. If you look at your wife on the internet, I'm right up under her. And here I am, help you get in president. This is what the stuff that I don't like. I help you get in, and where can you help me at? I can't even email you and tell you I'm in the shelter. Obama phone lady in the shelter? I got to get her up out of here.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was.
Well, we tried to help you out pretty good for coming down. We're gonna
and not only that, just by you sending me, I didn't have a kitchen floor in my house. Harvey, they put a floor in. You had to buy the wood, the materials, because I make $145 a week. So by me working with 2 kids, it's been kind of hard. I lived in that house. Last time I was here, I bought a house when I went back for $4,000. And it was, you can imagine with $4,000 to give you a house almost abandoned. No windows, no floors, no sinks. So we had to use all the appliances upstairs. Here I am, as I got 40 a year ago, I could walk. Like when I seen you couldn't walk, now I'm in the same boat, my knee. So they wanted to do surgery. I was at 270. He said he got to leave to 240. I didn't get to 240, so I'm disabled. Here I am applying for disability, and I'm working. People say, are you crazy? No, I'm real.
Well, you know, because of Obamacare, they don't give people 40-hour jobs anymore, really. They cut almost everybody down to 30, 20 hours. You're saying the job you have, you can't even get more hours?
I can't get no hours. I can't walk. I can't stand on my leg that long. So they gave me I work at an Alpal Pain like 4 hours or 5 hours a day. Every Thursday, I pick up a check of $140, $135 a week. But by me,
how are you supposed to live like that? But imagine, because it is discriminatory. The veterans are being put on secret death panels.
Yes.
There's a tax on poor people on their payrolls in Obamacare.
Right.
And Obama held out when people say, I can get a free car, a free house. Thank you, Mr. President. A lady crying, you know, she says, I've been living in a car. We need a house. Remember that lady in Florida?
Right.
He didn't help her.
No, he didn't.
So my issue is, it's the holding out the hope when it's a fraud.
Right. It really is a fraud.
We're going to skip this network break. Obama phone lady is here with us in studio. I just want to speak to the fact that it's like the lottery ticket idea or the idea of the get-rich-quick schemes. They've taken the prosperity away from America. All people want's a factory job or a service job that'll pay a livable, wage, but they devalue the dollar. They set up an economic system. They put taxes in to break poor people to the fact of pushing them on to the welfare rolls, and that's a plan called Cloward and Piven. To make it impossible to be able to make a living, to force you to collapse and to go on welfare so they control you.
That's true.
But then you can't even get on the welfare anymore because you are yesterday's folks that helped get Obama in and the Democrats and the Republicans as well in many cases. Now they've got all of Central and South America.
Right.
And just like they sucker the troops in to join, they're going to get college and health care, which they don't end up getting.
Right.
Again, this is all about suckering the next group. It's called pimping.
Pimping. You're right.
With a double D, a double dose.
Yeah, you're right. They pimped us. They pimped us. Just like last year when I was out there and Obama, working for Obama, and Aronimi was right there. They pimped me. The man who got me on the video, he pimped me. I got over 100 million viewers and I ain't get $1. But thank God for you, Alex. Because if it wasn't for you and that man at Walmart, wouldn't be at where I am today. And I thank you for that because I never flew.
Well, if we had more, we'd give you more than $4,000.
Well, that's good enough. $4,000 enough for me. It's better than what I had. I'm coming.
We're going to budget in. If you can stay till like next Tuesday, we'll just make it $5,000.
I'll be here. $5,000.
How's that sound?
You got it. I'm staying.
And that's our great listeners out there.
And listeners, I want you to know it's not even the money. It's just trying to get somewhere right. And that's what it is. Because what they belligerently told me a year and a half, man, I could change the street black to yellow. I'm the president.
No, I know. You offered to come down here for free last year if I'd pay for the ticket. And then I said, well, let's see. And once you got down here and you told me how you were working jobs, cleaning houses.
Oh, man.
You're showing me
the worst since
pictures of it and stuff. And how you couldn't take care of your kids and stuff and didn't want to go on welfare. I said, well, let me help you a little bit, because the media will spin it and say, oh, she's there criticizing the Lord and Savior Obama because Alex Jones is paying her to do that. No, I'm simply trying to pay you for your time. That's what we do.
Right. And then, Alex, I really want to tell you about this because I had so many traumatic things come to me to get here. Now, I worked a job. They told me 90 days I could just write in a request book and get 2 days off. And I hope you're listening, Job, because I'm on TV telling it like it is. I sit down with you and I told you I'm flying out Wednesday. How are you going to put me on the schedule for Thursday? Come on now. And I put it in the request book. So now that it's in the request book, or I told you that I'm flying out Wednesday, going, everybody at the job knew. She got me on the schedule Thursday. So by me being and praying to God, I had to call her Tuesday and request Thursday off.
Well, I don't want to get you in trouble.
No.
When are you supposed to be back?
Thursday, next week.
Oh, good.
Week off. I took a week off.
Can we change your plane tickets to Tuesday?
Yeah, as long as you do the paperwork, I can't.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'll go back Tuesday, no problem.
I got a bunch of callers here. One of them is a former Special Forces guy who they tried to put on psychotropics and then took him right off of them. I want to take some phone calls because they've been holding. Phil's still there, right, John? Fantastic. We're going to go to him coming up at the bottom of the hour in about 10 minutes, so stay there, sir. We're not disrespecting you, having you on hold. We're going to go to you. And then Tyler, Dr. McCoy, Michael, Joel, and others. My issue here is I wanted you to come to town, and because I had no idea what you were going to come, what you were going to say. A listener met you in Walmart, said Alex Jones put a bounty out for a couple $1,000. Whoever could find you to get you on air. And then you came down here, and I didn't promise anything, but then I ended up trying to help you just because it was your time. But with Obama, but it's not that big of a deal. My point is, I'm explaining that with Obama, he did hold out that it was going to be milk and honey, everything was going to be great. And since he's been in, and the Republicans are involved in this as well, but he's the great closer, he's the great seller, he's the guy getting away with it, making it look liberal and nice. They have given tens of trillions of dollars in tax-free banker bailouts to mainly foreign banks and people like Warren Buffett.
Right.
Okay? So imagine if they'd have just given that money to citizens, which is immoral because then people can start voting to rob the other group. It's wealth transfer. You're only supposed to help those that are really in trouble, not help them because they vote for you. But let's just say So it was nonpartisan. Every American got a check for $20,000. That would have been less money than they gave the bankers in the first round of bailouts. They would have spent that buying cars, paying rent, buying food, making the economy go. It would devalue the dollar some, which cheats everybody, but at least we'd be cheating ourselves and getting something up front. Then at least there's some benefit. And you can debate economically whether that's good or not. You keep doing it, though, you become Mexico with the peso. See the economics? Instead, they create inflation, food prices going up, everything going up. That hurts the little people, raise taxes on the little people with the carbon taxes and the payroll taxes and Obamacare and making people get their hours cut under Obamacare. That's all Obamacare. And death panels. They sit there and lie and say it's not in the bill when it is. Now it all goes through. It's just starting to hit. That's beyond lying. That is so cold-blooded because they could have just given people money.
Like he did when he gave us all those Obama checks. One income tax, you got Obama check. That wasn't Clinton. That was Obama, you know? And I tell anybody, when I worked for him, whose phone you on? Obama. We didn't know no better. That's just like if when Clinton gave us the phones, he was gone out of president. Obama got all that picture. You know, when you go into projects in Cleveland, I'm voting for Aronomy. For what? Whose phone you on in the projects and ain't got no cell phone? Obama?
By the way, I remember when I got a check for like $300, a tax return. It was a special tax return. I should have done a show on that. This is like in 2003 or something. And it said, the president has directed this check out of the whatever fund. And it was literally saying Bush had given me a check. That's the Republicans adopting Democratic tactics. What did your check say when they said it was an Obama check?
My check straight said Obama. Obama funds. Never messed with a food stamp. I worked there almost 3 months. Never said a food money or anything.
But again, see, they do that knowing that the average working person gets a check for a couple $100, and they think, wow, they gave me this. Meanwhile, they're cutting your hours, they're devaluing your dollar, they're raising your payroll taxes, all the stuff hidden. You don't know why the check's getting smaller because it's all technical. Now, is that evil?
That's evil. Now I got a job making $8.50 an hour, 15, 20 hours a week. That's no money, $150 for 2 kids. But I really do believe if I was getting a welfare check once a month and I'm working, I can make it because the rent, light, and gas take care of what Obama check, that welfare check would have did for me. And now I'm not getting it. And you've been in president a couple of years. I haven't seen any too much changes because I'm on welfare. And by me getting a part-time job, quote unquote, I'm still eligible for my care source from the welfare, free of no charge. Me, my daughter, and my son. Glasses, medical, all that's taken care of. I'm talking about cash to pay my rent, to buy toilet tissue and things that I need. It's been hard. I just think that keep praying to God and me telling the real thing, because first of all, whatever I do, I'm going to give to God, because it's a blessing for Alex Jones to call me back and put me on the show to tell the real. Because everything you said, I haven't seen it yet. You know, I did see you give medical. A couple streets in Cleveland are newer, but I really haven't seen it, you know. And I see people struggling like me for years and years and years and years. That's why I always, when I got off of the streets and drugs, I turned my life to God. God did this for me, not Obama, not Alex Jones. God did this. And I really do hurt from what you did to me, because I thought you were going to do more, especially when I got over 9 or 10 million viewers right up under Michelle Obama, and you didn't even email me or you didn't even call me and say, thanks for the work you done.
All right, Michelle, stay there.
Hi, I'm Dr. Edward Group. Today I'd like to talk about the war on women. You've experienced and heard about the benefits of super male vitality. Now, the new formula has arrived. Introducing the new Super Female Vitality. I have specifically designed this formula to help the body naturally regulate itself without the use of artificial hormones. Key ingredients chosen from the highest quality sources. Each of these ingredients works synergistically with the female body in order to maximize overall vitality. You've heard the reviews and the feedback on how the original Super Male Vitality has revitalized relationships. Now, both the man and the woman can have the revitalization in their own bodies with Super Male Vitality and Super Female Vitality. Secure your Super Female Vitality today from our limited stock at InfoWarsLife.com.
Part of Obama Deception, too, is we are traveling to these inner city areas, poor whites, blacks, you name it, I think Appalachians, too, to show what life under welfare is really like. Now, listen, you broke down and were crying. I know you're nervous on air, but really, I want to hear your true words about how you said you feel betrayed. You were crying in here during the break. You were talking about how you were praying. That, I mean, repeat what you said. That was extremely powerful. But, of course, it wasn't on air. I told you, please stop crying, and it was real. So just go ahead again and go back to that feeling, what you just told me, then we're going to phone calls.
Okay.
Obama phone lady in studio, Michelle Dowery from Cleveland, Ohio.
Well, like you were saying, Alex, to be honest with you, my husband and his family had went to Alabama. And by me, I've been at Cleveland Clinic maybe not even 90 days, so I couldn't take a week off yet. I just got my 90 days, and I requested to come to the show. By they looking at my Obama phone on the phone, knew I wasn't lying. She went on and gave me till next Thursday. But as I was saying that, I felt some type of way. Here I am, my family's going to Alabama. I never drove and went there. I wanted to go, but some things you just can't do. So I didn't go. I stayed at home.
But tell the whole story. There was like 15 people in a van going to see the great-grandma down here. You said exactly what you said earlier.
Okay, so Harvey and his family had went to Alabama. They had a van that his sister had bought from an auction, like 15 or a couple thousand, and it took them all the way there by praying, and they made it there, and it was like 20 people and 15 people and 20 people in one van. It only holds 9, but they put extra. So they rode to Alabama, and I really wanted to go, and I couldn't go because I just got the job making $850, maybe 15 or 20 hours a week. So I said, no, I ain't, because a big sign to say at my job, 90 days before you take off and give a request, you got to get your 90 days or whatever. So I didn't go, and I was praying, oh, God, help me. I want to go travel. I need a break. I got like 5 kids, 4 young men and 1 daughter, 17-year-old daughter, 12-year-old son, 23, 25, and 21, and Harvey and my life. So I was stressed. I wanted to go on a vacation, and I prayed, God, help me, God. And I got off of work, and I got a phone call. We want you back on the alley. I was like, see, there is a God. God, yes, God.
But listen, I'm sure it was God, and that's very sweet. But again, this is a mentality across America now, and this is a mentality that sociologists have seen developed in countries where it's socialist, where they only give enough money so you can barely survive, and they want people poor. Under Cloward and Piven and Agenda 21, I can show you all the documents. Like, we should show her those on a big screen later for the film and let her read for herself where they say it, to control you.
Yeah.
They don't want to give you money early on to build you up to be successful unless you end up being high level in their system. For the general public, they want you at subsistence level to control you, and then you're hoping the lottery ticket, or you're hoping the insurance money, or you're hoping...
Jones.
Exactly. But to me, it's very sweet, but also very uncomfortable to feel like people are totally counting on me other than my family and folks. That's why listeners call in and thank me for this and that. I'm like, no, I'm just trying to live in a free country. Don't thank me. This is self-preservation. So it's very sweet you're saying that. But see, in a true free market society and the type of culture we had, even for black folks under the evils of segregation, the aggregate numbers are there that blacks, on average, had about 3-4 times the money you do now. There was almost no illegitimacy. There was almost no imprisonment. In fact, black statistically had a lot of lower crime rates and things than even many white areas. That's all been flipped now under government. So here's the fact. Collectivism and welfare in the Great Society was created by Lyndon Baines Johnson and the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah.
This is all declassified. On record to annihilate the black community that had been oppressed but it made you stronger. Nietzsche said that which doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It's true.
It did.
Okay, I got beat up a lot when I was a kid. I'm meaner than hell. The whole point, that's a good thing to be strong. So the larger issue is the oppression of blacks made them own their own businesses, their own hotels, their own things, and wear suits and ties and be dignified and say, we're going to show you how good we are. We don't need you. But see, the hand shot out from the Ku Klux Klan and LBJ on record. The letters are public. And now, what has big government done to people, period?
Railroaders. Really?
Now, but see, if they had a guy on a white sheet, they couldn't sell it. Planned Parenthood, do you know who founded that?
Black people. Planned Parenthood?
Well, it was founded for black people. You're right, but not by them.
All right.
Planned Parenthood was founded by a lady who got awards from Adolf Hitler.
Oh, okay. I knew it was a catch to it because it's you can only go in Planned Parenthood if you low minority, right? You don't need medical or anything for Planned Parenthood. You just sign your name and they'll help you, right?
Yeah, and their argument is there's all these poor people, let's kill them for they're born. But they set up a system to make you poor and to make you destitute.
Right.
The black people, on average, weren't like that in 1930, 1940.
No.
So they're pretty smart, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Now, they call themselves liberal Democrats. And they run the country. The Republicans basically just work for them.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, see, back in the day, I always thought the Republican did everything, but no, they just running to get it there, and then they're gone, right?
Yes.
That's what it is. Just
they act like they're opposition to the Democrats.
Right, but they just a catch.
It's called full spectrum dominance.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I think while you're here with us the next 4 or 5 days, we're going to show you the documents and the video on LBJ, on everything. And we're going to go to these calls. We're going to Phil right now. But specifically, give me your honest response. What do you think of what I'm saying here?
Honestly, I just think it was a scam, like a scam. Like when I did what I did, it wasn't for Obama, it was for Clinton. Clinton got us the phones, but by me saying what I said, what got the votes. And now that it got the votes, you're in president, I haven't seen nothing change. Too much, medical, couple streets new. You know, what about my nieces and them that still don't get a check in their babies?
But the people working in Cleveland paid for those streets.
Right. They paid for those streets, but still, though, I believe that he gave them, they opened some doors for more jobs because the streets were raggedy as I don't know what. Houses, there's so many abandoned, and now you see the streets are getting a little bit better. You know, even myself, I got a job now, $8.50 an hour. I was working, making $15. I dropped from $15 to $8.50. I got a job, though.
Did you, last time you were here, you had the maid job, and you said you noticed that payroll tax went up.
That payroll tax, I was working 40 hours and still getting a check like a 200 something. I wasn't seeing it. Now I'm working 20 hours. I make a little bit, $8.50 an hour. Back then, I think I was making like $7.10. So now I'm making $8.50 an hour.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it. I mean, medium grade hamburger meat's like $10.
It's hard. It's a struggle. It really is. And by me struggling like I've been struggling, I even went and applied for better jobs. I don't have any felonies. I don't have no.
What happened to the house, the condemned house you were able to buy?
I bought it.
Still got it?
Yeah, I bought it. Me and Harvey purchased it.
And you're now being able to
live in it.
You're now being able to fix it up.
First we lived in it and we couldn't stay in it because we didn't have the money to fix it. Because when we bought it, you don't see what you buy. But we bought it and needed floors, it needed pipes. Now you don't even use pipes. You just use this plastic stuff, red and blue. Thank God for Harvey, the plumber, because he fixed it where we could live in it. We couldn't pay $600.
Yeah, but I think it's important for the average person out there to realize how poor folks are living out there.
They are, really.
And also, living on welfare is...
Where I live now in Cleveland is the poorest you can get. I live right by 55th, right where Ottaway, where all those kids is missing, 16, 9-year-olds. They haven't seen since July 9th. No police. If it is, you got to call them. They might come 20 minutes later. They done killed the person and ran. They got away, you know? Crime rate is...
What do you think of them shipping in millions of illegal aliens with criminal records?
I think that sucks, too. Here we is here. You talking about You say, what you call them?
Illegals.
Illegals.
Yeah.
And I was just in jail with them people. They've been in jail over a year. No one's seen them, but you should sit and rot because you came to our country and you did what you did. You don't have a name like I got a name, and they can hold you in jail a year. I think that's illegal. But you got to suffer. I'm in here, and I ain't stealing and doing that, and I still got it bad.
Why'd you end up going to jail?
I went to jail for traffic. A traffic ticket I had since 83.
Oh, I understand.
And the judge told me that the traffic ticket is now over $2,000. This is 83. I ain't been caught since 83, and it's 2014. You better throw that out.
So you got a traffic violation in 83, and they came with a warrant and grabbed you?
No, I was in the car, and they asked me my name, and they took me to jail, back to Bedford. I did the 10 days. Right now, if you call Bedford, they'll still tell you I owe them money, and I did 10 days.
Well, that's another thing I noticed. The system's so corrupt now.
They so corrupted in Cleveland. They got a town there that I grew my 5 kids up with. Back then, they had Section 8. I lived with Section 8 to pay $1,200.
But see, if the government was trying to help a lady who hadn't been in with the law since 1983 and it was for some traffic stuff, they would follow the law and say time served. But no, see, they're going to keep getting you over and over and over. But see, I thought the government was going to help you.
He ain't helped me yet. He ain't helped me yet. And one thing about it is, Obama, I just knew he was going to look out for me. My name is Michelle, same as your wife. I'm right up under you. And when she and her kids look at Michelle Obama, they look at Michelle Obama phone lady.
Oh, you're saying on Facebook or something? You saw yourself right now?
I don't know about the internet. That's what I told you. When I leave today, I want a phone so I can get on the internet.
Well, let me tell you how this works. They mail people postcards that donate that say, "Hi, I'm Obama, I'm your friend," and it has a signature. And I talk to Democrats, and they go, "No, he knows me. He likes me." It's all meant to manipulate nice people like you. Republicans do this, too. They frame the Republican cards they get in their house. They really believe it was signed by George W. Bush. It's all designed to manipulate sweet people.
Right.
All frauds.
Right, but nothing was fraud about you. I didn't come to see somebody. I came to see Alex Jones, the man who sent for me. So the same thing with Obama. If Obama would have sent for me, I would go to see Obama.
No, I know. You want
recognition of what I did.
I understand all that, but
I don't want to say, I'm not going to say like, I am going to say it was bad business. That's all. Bad business. That's just like you, Alex Jones. If I can come to Texas and I put on the radio, hey, the radio station Alex Jones, and we're here live in Texas, Austin, Texas. And I get all these, all of a sudden I'm on the radio and this flying up red. Hey, we got to keep her. I need this. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Obama. Well,
we're going to send John Bound and Josh Owens up there to interview you, show your house, what you go through for a couple days. And then I said, I think we gave you a phone, didn't we?
No, you didn't give me a phone. You're going to do it this time.
I mean, a camera. I think it was a camera.
You didn't give me that, neither?
All right, well, I told them to give you a camera.
They didn't?
Okay, well, we're going to get you a camera so that you can shoot video and stuff and then maybe do some correspondent work with us. The issue is we get so busy that I can't manage all that.
Right. I know you're busy, man.
And then I don't want to make offers that I can't live up to.
Right.
Because I always do what I say I'm going to do, even though it's late. So we'll talk about that. I want to go to some phone calls here with you. Again, the on-air stuff, folks, is just a side bar to her being here for the film. We're going to take her out shooting. We're going to take her to Barton Springs someday in the next few days.
Hey, yeah.
And we're going to try to experience what it's like and to humanize the people that are being gamed by the eugenicists that pose as liberals, the ultra-fascist. And I will tell you this before we go to Phil, and we're going to him. The globalists are scientific technicians studying human psychology on record. And they're preying on you just like a Bengal tiger would prey on a villager in India. So I need you to recognize that the Democratic Party, on record, wishes you were never born.
That's what they said. They said that.
Oh,
because they said I messed up. But I don't think I messed up. In my book, I'm not seeing I messed up at all.
Oh, wait a minute. They've told you they're mad you came on?
Yeah. They all mad at me. You asshole. You did this wrong. You didn't do that. I don't care. I'm going from my heart. That's where I'm going. What's right? You wasn't there.
Okay, I didn't know about that. After we go to take this call and go to break, we'll do a little bit of overdrive. We're gonna come back and have you continue. But I didn't know you had repercussions from coming on the show.
No, I don't. But people do.
No, I know. But I mean, folks, you'll tell us after the break. Let's go to some calls. Tyler in Oklahoma, thanks for holding. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Hello, sir. Thank you for taking my call. I wanted to talk to you about a solution for the border problem, opportunity in disguise that we have.
Go ahead.
I used to live near the border in Las Cruces, New Mexico, and people have no idea the savagery that is going on there. And people want to blame, be mad, split the left versus right paradigm of be mad at the immigrants that are coming here. Well, I've been to Mexico. I've spent time in Juarez and Mexico City, and I wouldn't want to live there either. So a good solution.
Now, wait a minute. There's nothing wrong with Mexico. Robert Rodriguez made a movie where Don Johnson shoots pregnant Mexican women. I mean, isn't it guys in cowboys hats' fault? No. Everything is the fault of Don Johnson. I'm sorry, go ahead.
We all have the right to self-defense. My point was the solution that I have come up with, that I've been thinking of for a while, is we need male heroes. We need people to look up to turn this around. We don't have any men to look up to. Kids coming from single-family homes. We need men to help Mexico become a place where Mexicans want to live again. Where there's
well, I agree with you, but they have a name for that. That's called terrorism. You see, Mexico has a big, strong government, but it's corrupt. So what it's got is El Jefe men who aren't real men, who have taught people that gangsterism is what creates power, and being under a chief is what makes you successful. And no, it creates a failed civilization, and we're following that direction as well. Great points, Tyler. Got Obama phone lady back with us. You just said amen. We'll turn her mic back on. What do you think of what I just said?
That's true, too. You got to do what you got to do. And like you said, you speaking the truth what's going on, especially when you know it's the truth. That's why you got your Alex Jones show, to let the people know what's really going on. We need more people like you. For real, for real.
The truth is, I'm just up here exhausted, just groaning out the info, warning people. I'm like at a switch going, SOS, emergency, emergency. I mean, that's all I'm doing. I mean, that's why I feel like I'm doing a horrible job, because it's just such a big, important job, and I can't do it better, you know?
Right, and you're good at it. Because one thing about it, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't knew all what I knew. Because you don't get the other side of it. You only get, like when I was out there.
It's above another side. It's a 360 view.
Oh, well, it's a 360.
Bird's eye. Go ahead.
Right. You don't get all of that. You know, you just get parts of it. We want Obama to win. You're getting $15 an hour. No mess with your food stamps.
So it's like, yay, we're for the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm for that.
It's just like a game. It's like, yeah, I get it.
Now that I've been sitting in this WAP for a year, ain't nothing changed. You know, if a person like you...
Well, it did change. There's a higher payroll tax on you.
Well, a little bit. Not where you notice it. You know, if I was right now to get you a whole big old warehouse with everything Alex needs, just like you got it now, and I know it took you a long, hard work to get this, you know? Well,
most people have mansions and private planes that have radio shows as big as mine. This is what I have.
Well, this is what you're starting off at.
Yeah.
Next 5 years, you're going to have all that, too, because look how far you...
But I understand what I'm saying. I will just build the media operation.
Well, you're going to build it anyway.
That's what I want, is reporters and to change the world.
Well, see, I want to help you, because one thing about it in Cleveland, where's that? What channel? Infowars.com. Look up Infowars.com, the Alex Jones Show. Is that man with the talk show? No, Alex Jones. Look up Infowars.com. We got to get that out there.
You're sweet. Let's take some more phone calls here. You'll be back with us tomorrow, and I'm going to actually come up with some questions, do a more focused interview. It's been a good interview, but I'm kind of exhausted. I was up till about 3 in the morning last night, and I got up at 6 a.m. So, but we're going to take you out shooting.
Amen.
And we're going to do a bunch of other stuff.
That's good. That's good. I deserve it. Thank you, guys.
In fact, I may take you out live on the show someday, and we'll do a live Skype feed out there with you shooting.
Oh, yeah, that's what I like. Yeah, you know I like that. Look, I'm getting excited. I like that.
Maybe we'll have you in on the Sunday show, too. We'll see what happens. Tom in Maryland, thanks for holding. You're on the air. Go ahead. Last caller. Sorry to the others.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. By the way, golden interview. I'm so glad that you extended it. You brought to mind, before I get to the two quick questions for Ms. Daugherty, when you mentioned craft services, I'm half German. I don't know if you know that craft in German means force. I don't know if what the origins of the naming of that company was, but pretty odd. In German, it would be force services, and it seems to be that that's what it's amounting to, that that's exactly what they are, and that's what they're providing. Anyway, Ms. Daugherty, Again, I think you're doing a great job, and I appreciate you opening up the way you are. If I understand you correctly, did you say that during the campaigns that both camps, Romney and Obama camps, were vying to get citizens to join their side?
Finishing up with Tom in Maryland, what is your specific question for Obama phone lady? We never played the famous Obama phone clip. We even have it in HD from the guy that shot it. We should probably get that for tomorrow from McBreen and have it. But perhaps we'll end with that in a few minutes, so we'll get that queued up. But, sir, I mean, what's your specific question, Tom?
I was curious about whether or not anything other than promises were made in order to try to get people to their side, be it in cash or be it in gifts. But the most important question, and I think the one that really is most apropos, and I think what you were trying to get to, Mr. Jones, in speaking with Ms. Doherty, is this. Very simply, Ms. Doherty, as far as your view is concerned, and I'm very interested in this, when it comes to the best government, do you feel that the best government would be one that provides for the people by giving them things, by money, gifts, and other things such as housing vouchers, or do you think that the best government would be one that provides, and I put that in quotations, a way for people to make their own way in the world by getting out of their lives and allowing people to actually live without big government on their
Yeah,
back?
that's it. I mean, the collectivist model is proven that it wrecks society. The free market society builds prosperity, builds men and women. It was Victor Hugo who said, adversity builds men, prosperity builds monsters. I mean, it's like your kids.
Right.
Rich people's kids just get more and more spoiled because they're given everything.
Right.
Well, poor people, if they're given everything, it's even more evil because they're only given enough to never think there's something outside of it, and then it creates mediocrity.
A lot of mess.
So what type of society do you want?
What kind of... I would like the society to be where people that can't make it, they could get a check. They can get food stamps and even housing if you got enough little money.
No, what he's saying is the system's been designed to take jobs away from you that are $30 an hour.
Right.
And to devalue the dollar, where with your $10 an hour, you can't make it, to force you onto welfare because they have giant automated robot systems coming out that will produce baubles and low-grade food for you to fully domesticate you for a future assimilation post-human era of the technotronic age.
Mm-hmm. What do I think about it?
What does that sound like, what I just said?
Sucks.
It's as if an alien force had come to Earth and was running a algorithm takeover program.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And then we understand, those of us that are outside of that and see the enemy operation, that it's going to come for us next.
Right.
So we don't sit back on a classist power trip and look down on you. We understand that you were targeted first and have been basically taken over by the enemy to be destroyed.
Right.
And so we're trying... George Orwell said if there was any hope, it was with the proles. Their strength was evident, but how do you communicate with them?
I don't. I mean, I do with signing my name or waiting on something. I communicate, but I really don't communicate with them.
No, I know, but the proles are the common people.
The pros.
Yeah, the system runs a communist ideology as its sub-operating system. But there's an overlay extractor geopolitically on top of it that's a fascist technocracy. So
That sucks. I think that's not right.
What I'm saying is there's guys with giant eggheads that developed a plan to destroy everybody.
Right. How do I think about them?
Yeah, what do you think of them?
I don't like them. They're not right. They just get us in to lure us in and then shut us down. That's how I look at it.
That's right.
They shut us down.
And see, I want to beat people's brains out that are like that.
Right. Just like, I hate to say it, I'm on air. It's just like talking to you. You say you're going to do something, do it. And I'm waiting. I'm waiting, and it's not done. Then you see other people are destroyed. You know?
Let me ask you this. I know you told me more about it during the break, but I don't know how much you can say. Tell us what you really think of Obama and what he's done to you. And tell me what the Democrats told you after you came on the show.
Ooh. Well, what I think about Obama is you did just enough. You didn't go all the way with it. You didn't do what you said you were going to do. And I really think you sucks. Because when they told me I was an idiot for doing what I did with 9 million viewers, I really said, and I worked for Obama, $15 an hour. I got this. But really, I was illiterate.
Well, they didn't want you showing why people were really voting for him and what they were being told.
After we're done.
They wanted to deceive.
Once I got it and got the votes and drove the vans with no license and helped them people out, they fired me. I lost the job on my own self going to sleep for the 12 hours or 15 hours I was working, but really they fired me because they really told me that I made myself look stupid. I said, how did I make myself look stupid? The man walked up to me and asked me a question. I had the best poster and I was the only one got 9 million views today. You know, so how did I make myself look stupid? I didn't know no better because everybody I was around, you get your Obama phone? Did you get your Obama phone? Then now I'm working for Obama. I want you to vote for him. He got us all a phone. He gonna do more.
How do you know they were paying the Romney people to be there?
Because the people told me on the other side, on Mayfield's side, well, you make 15, we make 20. Or Romney gonna win. Romney ain't winning nothing. Look at all of us for Obama. It was more people who voted.
You know why Romney wasn't allowed to win? Because he couldn't sucker people as good as Obama.
And the only reason I believe Obama got suckered, look at my viewers. I got 9 million viewers. I was walking around and working for these people 15 hours a day. Do you know after 15 hours a day, each hour I was getting over 200 to 300 people to go vote for him? Because they got Obama phone. They ain't know that much about Obama. Well, who bought you the phone? Obama.
Now, you think you told me before, were there people voting repeatedly?
Yes. People was trying to go 2 or 3 times, but you can't. You can only vote for once. You know, especially when I told them, who bought you the phone? Who you vote for? Romney. Why Romney? Romney gonna give me my stamps. Romney upgrading the stamps. They gonna upgrade the checks. That's what the Romney people, they set out to do for him. Then we all.
Oh, so the Romney people were claiming he was going to hand out goodies.
Yeah, remember, Romney was supposed to do more than what Obama was doing. But Romney ain't had no name for this phone. And most people.
Why do you call him Romney?
Romney?
Kind of, he is like Obama in many ways. Romney, you mean?
Romney?
Yeah.
Romney? Whatever. But he was saying what he was going to do.
Mitt Romney.
Mitt Romney.
Yeah.
But he was saying what he was going to do. And only thing, you know, I was thinking of something to. Let's get them. You know, when we sit at our meetings before we start work, what was the catch? And then I found out, you know, who bought you the phone? Obama. And everybody was telling me I'm voting for. But
so they don't see it that a taxpayer's paid for that, or somebody else, an old lady had her house taken so they could buy the Obama phones. Because they SWAT team you don't pay their taxes because they're so loving.
Right.
See, that's the thing about the wealth transfer. What about my dad, who'd even paid all the income taxes, and they came to him in like 1989 and said there's a retroactive tax, you know, now owe us $500,000, and he didn't have it, and we had to sell our cars and stuff and barely could keep our nice house, and he had to sell some of his businesses, and he was a guy employing a bunch of people. He had to let people go. What about my dad, though? See, I mean, what's enough tax? Like if somebody's making $50,000 a year, how much tax should they pay?
10%.
Well, you pay a lot more than that.
5.
I mean, you pay sales tax, property tax.
Yeah,
the average person making $50,000 a year,
half
on average, is paying about 40% in taxes. How much do you think somebody making $1 million a year pays?
Probably nothing, hardly nothing.
About 70% if they're not an insider.
Oh.
How much do you think Warren Buffett pays percentage-wise?
Maybe about half.
No, about 2%.
2%.
How much do you think General Electric pays?
About 2%.
Zero.
Zero.
How much do you think Google pays?
Because they got a big company. Right?
How much do you think Google pays?
Probably 0.
3%.
3.
How much do you think people like David Rockefeller pay?
2%.
0.
0.
It's all tax exempt.
Because he's
Bill Gates. How much Bill Gates pay?
0.
0.
Big money.
Yeah, because they wrote the laws.
Right. Same thing about Obama. He the president. Tell me he can't write no laws.
Who pays the highest taxes in France? People making €1 million a year.
Probably the millionaire.
Now, once you get up to billions of euros, you don't hardly pay anything.
Oh, okay.
Because they write the laws. Why do they want to shut down somebody making €1 million a year?
Because they ain't getting nothing out of it. They ain't paying no.
Because almost all that money goes directly to the poor people in services. And now they open a hair boutique, and now they do good hair. They're making €300,000 a year from the rich millionaires' wives coming in to get their nails and eyelashes done. Or they open up a personal training shop, training dozens of people a day with trainers under them, making $300,000 or €300,000 a year. Do you think the billionaires want somebody to be able to be a personal trainer, like I know personal trainers, making $300,000 a year?
No, they don't want you in business.
Because you can't have that if there's not a bunch of rich middle-class people who poor people think of as ultra-elite.
Right.
The ladder up is the people making $300,000, $200,000, $100,000 a year, $70,000 a year, $1 million a year. They've got to be eliminated because historically, economically, you blow them up, Obama phone lady, what happens?
Ain't gonna give you nothing in return.
It's the middle class that makes poor people middle class.
Right.
And it's the middle class, it's poor that become middle class that become rich. It's called a ladder.
Ladder, you got to go up.
Kennedy was a Democrat, but he wasn't a eugenicist. He cut taxes by 50% in the lowest tax bracket. What happened the next year?
He was out.
Well, they did blow his head off, that's true, but
Yeah.
doubled tax receipts.
Right.
Why would cutting taxes in half double tax receipts?
Because who going to pay for them?
Everybody runs around spending the money now.
Right.
The economy gets going real fast. More revenue comes in. So why would they want taxes so high it shuts the economy off?
For business?
Because the big boys are exempt. So they only want taxes on the little guys so you can't operate.
Right, right.
They don't want you in competition. John D. Rockefeller said competition is a sin.
Ain't no competition, really.
The ultra-rich that aren't free market don't want competition. They don't want you to know anything.
Right.
Because if you ever discovered the mysteries of the universe, you would be free of them. Michelle Dowry, let's take some more phone calls. Thank you, Tom. Great question. Eric in Tennessee, we're in super overdrive. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Super, super duper overdrive. You guys are doing great today, Alex.
Thank you, brother.
All right. My question from FEMA Section 4, all the displaced children that they're bringing in, are they putting any of those in the FEMA camps and getting them ready for us?
Absolutely. Under Rex 84, they said they'd prime the camps in a cover with a giant influx of collapsing Latin America. They've done exactly that with a conduit from Central America through Mexico. And they are building giant FEMA camps everywhere. We've gone and videotaped them and broke that 2 weeks ago, a huge secret FEMA camp in South Texas.
All right. Thanks so much. Thank you, Mama Lady.
Thank you. Yeah, there she goes. Hey, he gave us a phone. He's going to do more. Can you do it? Just for old time's sake, can you like repeat the Obama phone? Go ahead.
Want me to do it?
Yeah, get fired up.
Tell me out.
I can do it, but then it makes me get embarrassed. You want to imitate you?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Obama, he gave us a phone. He gonna do more.
Obama.
You on something step? You on Social Security?
You on food stamps, low minority, the blacks? You can get Obama phone. Obama. That's all. Just something.
You're a riot.
Man, just something came up.
Is that an Obama phone ringing?
No, I got Obama. I need a new one.
Let's see the Obama phone.
Hello.
Is that an Obama?
I'm in Texas on TV. I had the nerve to answer my phone.
Go ahead, take that call on air.
Go ahead.
Is that caller still there? Who do we go to next? Janice in Detroit. Another wondrous big government site, NAFTA and GATT, as Al Gore promised. He said it would help Detroit. Al Gore didn't lie. He never does. Pay him carbon taxes or the sky will fall. Janice, go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to Michelle last year, and I wanted to talk to her this year.
All right.
I have a couple notes, a couple points. I don't want to be interrupted if I can get them out as fast as I can. Michelle, I'm poor also, was raised in Detroit. I was offered an Obama phone, and I didn't want it because I wanted to keep my privacy. The government has offered those free cell phones for a long time. And he didn't even come up with Obamacare. That was the Clintons started that even before that. But what my point was is that I have black friends, several, and have had black friends. And one of my black friends was the night of the so-called election, the first time Obama was was excited about the first being, the first black president, which that's understandable, that you'd be excited as a black person, about having the first black president.
Right.
But I am reminded of Martin Luther King, who said that he was hopeful that his children could be judged not by the color of their skin, but by according to the content of their character. And so what was more important, because I told my friend, he's probably a Muslim with a name like Barack Hussein Obama. She said, no, he's not. And besides, what difference does it make? And see, this is what's wrong with people's thinking. Now, the other point I wanted to make, Michelle, real quick, is the government giveth and the government can take it away. But there's always a cost, no matter who it is. Doesn't matter if it's Obama or whoever.
Look, at every time it degenerates into a living hell. Now, ma'am, we're going to get interrupted by the break here in a moment. Do you have any questions for her?
Yes. Someone in our own country has to pay for it, and we're the government of the people and by the people. Government is not something up there like a sugar daddy. The role of to help poor people like myself and you, Michelle, is the churches. The churches are supposed to help, not the government.
Right.
And so Alex has done a lot to help me with my thinking, and there's some basic, thought patterns that we need to get right. We are a republic, not a democracy. And that's the way our founding fathers meant it through the Constitution and the other federal papers. So,
all right, ma'am, we're out of time. I apologize to the other callers. Greg and Jesse and Jared and Ben. I've got to cut the overdrive off now. Retransmissions coming up with John Rappaport and others on the Ebola situation and so much more. All I know is we have a political class that wants us domesticated. So that's what I'm telling you is it's predatory. It's done out of evil. Obama phone lady, Michelle Dowry, thank you so much for being with us. You'll be back tomorrow live from the shooting range on air with us.
All right.
Right.
Obama phone lady at Alex Jones Show.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Great job, crew. Alex Jones here to break down some exciting developments in the area of research concerning supplemental iodine. It's nothing less than phenomenal. I began to get into iodine a few years ago because it was helping me and my family so much get healthy and detoxify. And I used some of the mainline iodine supplements and they upset my stomach and I had some issues with it. Until I discovered a product being developed by Dr. Group, who I was already interviewing as an expert on my radio show, and I began taking the product before he actually rolled it out. You now know it as Survival Shield, true nascent iodine that your body can really absorb. Then, about a year ago, he said, listen, if you think this is powerful, I'm going to come out with rare earth, deep earth crystals that are incredibly powerful that no one else has as a source for their iodine from between 7,000 and 12,000 feet, literally drilled out of the ground. You put it on a hot plate and it turns into the pure gas. No one else has 99.99% pure iodine. And the results that I personally have had have been life-changing. I was over 270 pounds. And with the iodine, exercise, and better diet, I have lost now more than 50 pounds total, and I'm continuing to lose the weight. I have more energy, my libido, all this crap came out of my skin. I believe our research is conclusive. This is the best iodine out there. And I know this for a fact. Nobody else has got iodine based on these pure crystals, ladies and gentlemen. This is innovating. This is trailblazing. And the best part is it helps fund Infowars.com, the radio show, the TV show, the whole media operation promoting true libertarian ideas. For a limited time, experience the ancient power of Survival Shield X2. Take advantage of this unprecedented 30% off Super Detox special at InfoWarsLife.com.